We're joined now from Capitol Hill by Representative Paul Kanjorski. He's a Democrat on the House Financial Services Committee, represents Pennsylvania. He's the subcommittee chairman of the Capital Markets Subcommittee, and again, very involved in crafting the House legislation and regulatory reform. Thank you very much for the time. I want to get your initial reaction to this proposal from the president. You all chose in the House bill not to take this route. What do you make of the president now suggesting it should be part of the package?
No, actually, the president's adopting exactly what the House did. The too large to fail provisions are included in the House bill. Matter of fact, it's my amendment. So I'm rather pleased that the president decided to do that. He's gone 2 steps further in limiting inside trading, and I think that's a good idea. That always struck me as being a conflict of interest with your own customers. And we want to discourage real banks from doing that. If you want to do that, then become an investment bank, but don't become a bank that has access to the window and other benefits as a result of that. Now,
well, let me ask you,
I'm very pleased. Yes.
You're pleased. You all chose, however, I mean, you had the opportunity. I know these ideas have been out there. Certainly, Chairman Volcker has been talking about this for a long time. It wasn't part of the discussion there in the House Financial Services Committee. It hasn't been a part of the discussion yet in the Senate. Yet now you think there is an opportunity to add this to what you all have done in the House?
Yeah, actually, it is part of the House bill that the House passed through committee. And the only 2 aspects are the additions of not allowing insider trading. But to break up the banks that are too large to fail, even though they're not in difficulty, that's been in the House bill. And the Senate on the periphery has been discussing it. And I think what this indicates is the president discussed the other day with Chris Dodd what he would like as priorities in the Senate bill so we can get this through very quickly. And I think he wanted to let him know that that was an important element. And it is an important element. This is part of the implementation that's necessary to try and prevent this from happening again. We can't guarantee it won't happen again. But if we stop allowing institutions to become so large that they will bring down the whole system, that can go a long way to stabilize the system.
Congressman, what about those who would suggest this is more about politics than policy? This is a president striking a populist tone against an unpopular industry, the banking sector right now, that really this is more politics.
Well, I guess anything done in public life could be called politics if you want it to be, but the fact that we've been working on this provision for a year, that we wrote it and introduced it 3 to 6 months ago in the House, and that it passed the House, I don't think it has anything to do with populism or not. It's what we felt in our best judgment was necessary to prevent this from happening in the future. I'm pleased and complimented that the president has read those positions, have accepted those positions that I introduced, and I don't want to take total credit for it. I worked very closely and discussed them with Paul Volcker. He's had those ideas too, probably predating any of us. So we're all working together to do the best job we can to prevent this from happening again to the country.